In this model, we will talk about attention. But what is attention? We continuously sense many stimuli from our surroundings through our sense organs. However, we don't become aware of all of them at one particular time. We focus and become aware of only few stimuli from them. Therefore, attention is considered as the selective process, and in the other words, attention is the behavioral and cognitive process of selectively concentrating on a discrete stimulus while ignoring other perceivable stimuli. Attention comes into play in many psychological topics, including memory, vision, and cognitive load. Many psychologists have defined attention in various ways that we will talk about it in the next slides. Some psychologists, they talked about the attention and they made a definition of that. Guilford is one of the psychologists. According to him, attention is the process of focusing on one or few objects, persons, or situations from among many from the field of awareness. According to Norman Mann, another psychologist, attention is the mental process of bringing few stimuli into the center of awareness out of many stimuli present. There are various aspects of attention. One of them is the span of attention. Span of attention can be described as the total number of stimuli that we can become clearly aware of any single glance. Our span of attention is very limited. For a normal adult, the span of attention varies between 7 to 8 digits. The factor like age, intelligence, practice, experience, habits may affect the span of attention. For example, due to practice, the span of attention of a telephone operator or a typist may be greater than of an ordinary individual. You can see in the picture that the average attention span of a goldfish, it is 9 seconds. The average human attention span in 2000, it was 12 seconds. But in 2013, the average human attention span, it decreased to 8 seconds. Because of some situations, because of the lifestyle, because of some environmental problems, it is decreased. And you can see that nowadays the average attention span of a goldfish is more than the average human attention span. Another aspect of attention is distraction of attention. After focusing on a specific stimulus, attention drifts towards another stimulus due to some external or internal disturbances. This is known as the distraction of attention. Many external factors such as intensity, size, movement of stimuli may distract attention. For example, while studying, your attention may get suddenly distracted due to a film song played in a high volume by your neighbors. Or just now, your attention may get distracted due to a short video that I inserted in this slide. Sometimes internal factors like disturbed physical or psychological state, lack of interest, mental set can also cause distraction of attention. For example, your attention may get distracted if you have a stomachache. Another aspect of attention that we want to talk about is division of attention. We observe people doing two things simultaneously, like reading newspaper while eating, or knitting while watching TV. In a true sense, individual cannot divide attention to two tasks simultaneously. In both these given examples, the individual is performing one task mechanically while paying attention fully to the other task. For example, knitting or eating is done mechanically while the person is paying attention fully to the other task like reading newspaper or watching TV. If a person needs to pay attention to both the tasks simultaneously, then it results into increase in mistakes, decrease in efficiency, or confusion. For example, if a person is asked to read a newspaper and thread a needle simultaneously, the person will not be able to do both the tasks simultaneously without any mistakes. The last aspect is fluctuation of attention. Attention keeps oscillating like the pendulum of the clock. We cannot pay attention to a single stimulus for a long period of time. Our attention shifts towards other stimulus for a fraction of time and comes back to an original stimulus. This is known as fluctuation of attention. The factors like fatigue, low interests, attractiveness of other stimulus may lead to fluctuation of attention. For example, when you pay attention to what your teacher is teaching, your attention temporarily shifts to a friend sitting beside you or to a person standing in the corridor, and again you pay attention to what your teacher is teaching. And just now, for example, when you pay attention to what I'm talking about, your attention temporarily shifts to the pendulum of the clock which I inserted in the slide. And again, after some times, your attention will come back to whatever I'm talking about.